I am Maria from Ruiz Patagonia Consulting. I'm a fresh helicopter pilot, and I am with Maya.
Hi, I'm Maya. I'm from Germany. I'm also a fresh helicopter pilot, and it's my first time at Verticon.
Yeah, we're pretty excited because it's the biggest event from helicopter industry in the world. So
yeah, we're really excited to see some new technologies, meet some new people, and just see what's up here.
Yeah, let's come with us and let's see what happens.
Two girls who have 60 hours, fresh private pilots. What advice would you give them to progress on helicopters?
Well, that's just a learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you have got a PPL with 65 hours.
Yes.
That's impressive, because most people, your age works for you, but most people are up really around about 100 hours before they actually get a license.
Yeah.
So can I ask you a question, in as much as how many hours did you had prior to solo?
I think for me it was about 40, 45.
Right, okay.
Something like
Riding
that.
solo?
So did you have 20 hours and then go solo?
I got like 40 something.
Right, okay. You see, that's really safe. One of the problems that we have with people wanting to learn to fly is that they have this marker in their head about when they should go solo. So they think that if they go solo in, say, 40 hours and somebody went solo in 20 hours, they think, well, I'm not such a good pilot.
Yeah.
And it's got actually nothing to do with that whatsoever. I mean, you've already had the ability to fly safely in the circuit, and all we're asking is that when we send you solo, we know you can fly the aircraft, but could you deal with a problem should it happen during the circuit?
Right.
And that you will carry through the rest of your career.
Yeah.
It's, will I be able to cope with a indication in the cockpit? And then there's levels, isn't there? There's a red light or it's an amber light. The red light is I'm going to die light, and there's an amber light is, well, okay, we'll do something about it.
Yeah.
And the key thing for all new pilots is to try and not overreact to something that happens to you in the cockpit without Sir sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Because it's about your stress levels. Yeah. And as your stress levels increase, then your ability to be able to function properly from a mental capacity point of view deteriorates very, very quickly. And you also get this, what we call the startle effect. You've most probably sat in a cinema, with popcorn, and there's a scary film on.
Right.
Yeah, and you're eating your popcorn, and suddenly they go, boo! And your popcorn, you share it with everybody else. That's the startle effect. It's a fight or flight response, and you can't stop it happening. It's built in since the caveman.
Totally.
Yeah. So the startle response can either be the sudden reaction, or you freeze on the controls.
Right.
And I came close to killing myself in Russia, where the Russian pilot actually went into a startle response and he froze on the controls. He didn't speak English. I don't speak Russian. I barely speak English, let alone, and he froze on the controls. And everything was through an interpreter. And the interpreter actually saved our lives. I didn't, because she sat at the back and I was trying to get control of the aircraft, and we were in a 0-speed auto-rotation. The rate of this, it's quick. Yeah. And she just reached across and said, Igor, Richard needs control. And that contact with him, he came out of his trance.
Wow.
So from your perspective as a sort of a young, new pilot, procedures. There's a mix-up. People get mixed up in a reflex action and a reaction. And people will say to you, what we'll do is, when we're doing emergency procedures, we're improving your reflex.
Right.
You're not. You can't improve your reflex. The reflex, it doesn't
does what
involve
it
the
does.
brain. It goes up there and then goes to. It's the reaction that we want to improve, because the more training you have on your reaction, the quicker your reaction will be to whatever event occurs. And the other thing is that, I don't know anything about your training, but very often when you're doing emergency procedure training, the instructor just asks you, what will you do if this light comes on? And then you will give them a verbal response. It's a waste of time. What you've got to do is get the instructor to say, that light comes on, I'm not here. What are you good? So in other words, I want you to fly the aircraft to the ground safely, as you would. Right. And that way, you see, when something happens, you've already been through the process. Yeah. But if you've only ever verbally said, this is what I do, you've got nothing to call on, isn't it? Yeah, it's like, go around. If I haven't taught the student to go around on a bad approach, they'll carry on trying to make a mistake. Yeah. Whereas just go around and come back and do it properly. So to me, that's the most important thing, is whatever you're doing now with your career, all emergency procedures want to be to a safe place on the ground. Miss the trees, miss the wires, don't put it in a muddy field, go and find a grass field somewhere. Yeah. So don't overreact to something. Don't raise your stress levels, because if you do, then it becomes more difficult for you to think rationally, and you'll end up turning what we call a benign indication, a very simple indication, by overreacting to it and turning it into a life-threatening situation. So that would be my advice to you, would be, it is emergency procedure training. Bang, 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 bang. Keeps your stress level, and it improves your reaction time.
Thank you so much for that.
No, it's fabulous. We've got two new young ladies in the system, so it's super. Are you part of the Whirly?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I've just talked to them actually. For the first time.
Go over there and have a
Are
chat
you
to them.
really? Yeah. I put my book on the stand and took a photograph of my book.
Sweet.
No, that's just. It's lovely to see you again.